What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Magnificent coming back with the second video that I mentioned in the first video. Because I got some insight to the whole StockX experience as a buyer, not necessarily as a seller. I haven't done it as a seller, but the past two and a half weeks I kind of experimented with the StockX hype because I wanted to see what it was about. And I noticed the trend when I started buying certain things. So I just want to give you like a quick insider tip. If you're looking at shoes, there's certain shoes you may want to acquire at retail, sometimes below. And that StockX gives that availability to buy and also sell. When you buy, you can buy it at the price that the buyer kind of advertises. Or you can put a bid in and try to buy a shoe that's reasonable at your convenience. So a price that you're kind of like specifying to the sellers, like I'll buy this shoe for this amount of dollars, right? So what I noticed basically is when you're on StockX, if you notice that there's shoes that come out any given time, right? So I know there's a bunch of shoes that release weekly, monthly, sometimes even a daily basis, and it just creates hype. Everybody's going crazy just to acquire certain shoes. That's actually a benefit for you as a buyer on StockX, because if you have patience, you'll see where I'm going with this. So there was a couple shoes that I was looking at in 2018 that I wasn't able to acquire because they sold out quick. This being one of them. This shoe released, and when it released, I wanted to get it. But because I kind of woke up not in time, kind of sleeping, around 10:30, actually 10:15. I woke up too late. I took the L and I couldn't get it. But this was back in, I believe, April when this shoe released. Now, fast forward to January, I ended up getting the same shoe that sold out under retail. Here's where the patience kicks in. So when you go on StockX, you see the bids. The key thing about looking on StockX is look at the bid history of the shoe that you're looking for, and see the type of transactions that took place. Because sometimes I like to call this a stopgap. There's usually a period of time in shoes where a lot of people in the StockX community, they're not really looking at a particular shoe. So you'll have periods of days and times where nothing's going on, no activity is going on with that shoe. And that's the perfect time for you as a buyer to swoop in and just basically put a bid in at retail or just under retail. And who knows? You never know. The seller actually might accept that transaction that you just put in, and all of a sudden now you're getting shoes under retail. But the key thing is the timeline. So if let's say a shoe released in, like I said, in April, and I noticed that between today and January 3rd, there were no transactions. I didn't see anybody buying. The last sale was back in December. I know between that time length, that between the last time of that sale and now, that there was no activity. Nobody was doing anything. There was no sales. There was no purchases. So, like I said, that's around that time. Boom, perfect time to go in, swoop in, and get the steal that you're probably looking for some of these shoes. I've noticed that trend. It happened a couple of times already. I got this shoe and I got another shoe coming. And basically, that's just my insider tip to you if you're going to try to use StockX. So far, my experience with StockX has been good. I haven't had any problems. But yeah, that's just my insider tip. But let's find out what's in this mysterious box that came from StockX and what shoe that I ended up selecting. And I'm kind of excited right now because, like I said, I missed out on 2018, held my patience. Here we are, and I have the shoe. So for this display that you see here, first box I got the second box I got the Concords, and the first box that's on top of this are the cap and gowns. These are shoelaces from a different shoe that I kind of threw away, but I kept the shoelaces because they were kind of dope. If you can see, got these right here, and I got my customized Millie Milk Juniors, MMJs, Nike Air Force Ones, and if you're you're a sneakerhead, you probably know where I'm going with this, because the shoe that I actually got, I'm not going to say it just yet. It's a Nike SB Dunk shoe. Some of you guys probably saying, what the heck is an SB Dunk? So Nike has several divisions of types of shoes: basketball, football, baseball, you name it. And SB is the skateboarding division. And we all know about the pigeons that released, the skateboard pigeons. Everybody was going crazy over that shoe and blah, 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 blah. But anyway, the skateboard division of Nike decided to do what was called like a rivals pack. So it's a combination of different shoes put together, and you'll have a series of shoes put together in one package. So it's like a lot of packaging. You get what I mean. But anyway, this particular shoe, they decided to do the Nike SB pack, the Rivals pack, but they decided to combine the normal dunk shoe, the normal skateboarding shoe, with the Air Force One and the Jordan 11s, which is my favorite. And then they also made it a bread colorway. Whew. So, I mean, I'm throwing hints out there. You probably know where I'm going with this. I'm going to compare the patent leather that they put on the Jordan 11s, both the Concords and the cap and gowns, and also we're going to look at it from kind of like a physical standpoint and compare the Air Force One tradition, and just see how that collaboration looks like. So let's just get into the box itself so you can see what I'm talking about, and I can stop blabbering on, right? So, here we go. This is my first SB Dunk shoe. I've never had this shoe before in my life. I mean, I didn't even know that the skateboarding division existed with Nike until I got this shoe. So this is from, again, StockX. I got this from the low simply because I was patient. It was a shoe I wanted, and I was patient. So let's take a look here. Take this out. And okay. Go. Okay. So as you see, Nike SB box, skateboarding division. It's a fold over box, and without further ado, let's see what I kind of got for the low on StockX. So we got the whole StockX, blah, 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 the receipt of your transaction, take a pic. It's got the StockX. If you've seen my previous video when I got the Paul George 2.5s, you know what comes in the StockX box. Well, what's prepackaged. So, yes, sir. The official, and actually, make sure it's on here. All right, we got the SB Zoom Dunk High. Oh man, whoo! This is actually a different smell with the SB Dunks. Usually the Air Jordan 1s, you can smell. It's got that crazy smell. People go do that smell test, but yeah, still got the man, this came laced up. I wonder if somebody wore this. I don't know. This is supposed to be brand new. I'm seeing some scuffs. Nah, I'm messing with y'all. It's cool. It's brand new. But yeah, I'm feeling these. I'm really feeling these. These are, again, the breads, SB Dunks. Oh man. When they released this, I was in awe because I tried to get, like I said, I tried to get this shoe, and I messed up. I basically just fell asleep and didn't catch it. And I caught an L on the sneakers app, but I'm glad I have it now because, like I said, if we bring out the Air Force Ones that I did, that I customized through Nike.com, let's put this together. And of course, you do have the StockX tags on there. Whew, SB Dunks is serious. Let me just bring this up to the light real quick. So you can see it has the same Nike tradition, except here, this is all mesh. All mesh. This feels good. and the rest of the shoe is literally just patent leather. You got white on the midsole, you got some red on the bottom, but I'm telling you right now, oh God, this was the most slept on shoe, in my opinion, in 2018. I'm just saying. So yeah, I wanted to, of course, you see the whole Air Force One relation, so we can just do it with this. But I want to bring out the Concords, and I want to see how the patent leather compares to the patent leather that we have on the Concords, and also the cap and gowns. So I'll start with the cap and gowns first. Let's just get rid of that. Oh, don't we all miss that slide out drawer? And I also have another cap and gowns, dead stock. Dead stock. Bust these out. Alright, so I look at the cap and gowns. I want to see how far off this is in terms of the quality. So obviously the cap and gowns are far superior than, in my opinion, it's the premium shoe, the premium 11 cap and gowns. You can see I wore this quite a few times, but I mean, like it's just so beautiful. But the SB Dunks, when I look at the leather, the patent leather on this, I mean, it's patent leather all the way around. Outside of the heel itself, it's mesh here. It's patent leather. The leather compared to the 11s, hey man, it's not far off. I mean, I didn't expect it to be premium leather, but side by side, you see it here. This is sweet, 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 sweet. And normally on a Jordan 11, where you would see the 23, and on the 23 it's stitched on the cap and gowns, we see SB on the back of these SB Dunks. So that's why you're not seeing, normally this would be 23, but it's SB for the whole Nike skateboarding division. Now, that's with the cap and gowns. I got to see this with the Concords. 2018 Concords that released in December, where people for some reason said that they were going to sit in the stores, and I'm sorry. I don't care if it was 5 million pairs. That thing was gone. So this is my 2018 Concords, and if I could compare that patent leather quality, and like I said, I think this is dope, man. I really do think. Obviously, the cap and gowns wins, but it's not. What I'm trying to point out, it's not that far off in terms of the quality. It's actually pretty good. It's pretty good. The fact that they combine the Air Force One and the Jordan 11 with the skateboard shoe, to me, it's just fascinating. And even down to the shoelace itself. And speaking of which, this is what I meant when I said I might change these laces out, because with these laces, you can see like the kind of this red, but it fades out in the black. This will be perfect with the shoe once I put it on and lace it up. It's going to look basically like this. You'll see it hanging, and this actually goes perfect with this shoe. Now, the traditional shoe that it comes with, the traditional shoelace that it comes with, by default looks like this, and looks good. But this will look even better once I get this laced up. So again, your boy Magnificent. I'll show you the other box that I got. Hopefully it's coming soon. Maybe next week or next 2 weeks. It depends. It's another shoe that I got for the Lolo. And like I said, go on StockX. Make sure it's a shoe that you want, obviously. But make sure it's a shoe that's just not, people basically just forgot about. Because like I said, a lot of people, a lot of times we in the shoe community, we look at certain shoes that's coming out. It's the latest and greatest. And then over time, the interest starts to die down, and you have that period of time where, like I said, there's no activity going on, and it's a perfect time for you as a buyer to swoop in, put that bid in, and you're good to go. Your boy Magnificent, SB Dunks, red style, and I'm liking this. Subscribe to your boy. I will subscribe to you. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, as I will be doing hopefully, I'll be doing some more videos down the line. We'll see. Boy Magnificent, signing off. I'm out.